Hello, Vilify here. So, we have some fun stuff to talk about today. It is everybody's favorite type of dokkan video where a gentleman sits in front of his computer, looks at the dokkan wiki, and talks to you for a little bit. But with jokes aside, Tanabata is quickly approaching. Got about 8 to 9 days, probably get the reveal before that. And I figured now would be a good time to go ahead and look and see what our predictions are going to be for this specific celebration, right? Regular call to action, right? Leave a like if you do enjoy today's video. Subscribe if you are new. I post dokkan content all the time, hopefully. So, leave your predictions down below as well, just so that way we have we're on the same page of what we're expecting, what we want to see, what we think is going to happen, and ultimately how wrong we're going to be when it is just like Dragon Ball or something. But I figured before we get into all of the predictions, the best way to start would be look at the previous Tanabata unit so we can kind of get an idea and come up to a conclusion together about what it potentially could be, right? So, first unit we're looking at, Go Bros, representation from a movie, the Family Kamehameha. One of the first, I believe the first Dokkan Fest LR to come to Global. Yes, because the first Dokkan Fest, actually no, because the third year, sorry about that, but that was before the fourth year. One of the third Dokkan Fest LR over on Global. You guys can see here, they just got their EZA over on JP a couple weeks ago. Very good unit, but the kind of the theme here that we're seeing is Saiyans, join forces, movies, and the one overlying condition that we're going to be seeing, the common one, is join forces for Tanabata. It has always been that way since we've been getting LRs for Tanabata, so this was the one from 2019. Let's move into 2020, being the Kaioken Blue Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta. Very bare bones passive, but the kit is not important. June 30th, 2020 was the release. Fun fact about this unit, this was the first time that I had ever bought stones to summon for a unit, and that is these guys right here. Just a super cool thing, you saw the SSR art and you're like, this is a badass LR, I absolutely need this unit. And I ended up getting them in like 150 stones, and I was so nervous because I had spent I'd gotten like a sale pack or something. I'm like, there's no way I just did that. And like, did I? No, I did not. But yeah, so again, join forces. Realm of Gods isn't really important, but join forces is really kind of the big thing here, as well as Saiyans. They have never strayed from the path of join forces and Saiyans for Tanabata. So, moving on to 2021's Tanabata, we have the Angel Goku and Vegeta that fuse into our boy Gogeta, clearly designed at the same time as STR Vegito, but that's beside the point. Again, we're looking at the same kind of idea, join forces, pure Saiyans, Kamehameha, final trump card. Really just kind of the overall overlaying theme is just like, Saiyans, join forces, some type of transformation, a combined attack, a final trump card against a powerful opponent. Shout out to Legends. Really good anniversary they're going through right now. But like I said, June 30th, the release date is consistent, so 9 days from now we will have our Tanabata LR, but that is beside the point. Now, the most recent Tanabata unit, probably the least obvious pick of the whole bunch, Trunks and Vegeta from the Future Saga, join forces, Saiyans, same idea, kind of a final trump card unit. I don't believe they are on this category, but you could kind of argue that it is, like Vegeta throwing his pride away and combining an attack with his son. I would say is arguably up there for like a moment that could deem final trump card, but it ended up doing no damage to Zamasu, but that's beside the point. How many times have I said beside the point in the last minute? Time Travelers, doesn't matter, join forces, all that kind of fun stuff, Battle of Fate. So before we get into the predictions, let's kind of look at the overlying factors that go into what a Tanabata unit typically tends to be. I have said it ad nauseum at this point that join forces is the idea, so the odds of it being a single unit is unlikely. From a significant battle against the final boss, if we look at the units in before, we had Broly, we had Jiren, we had, who was the third one? We had Janemba, and then we had Merge Zamasu. So all of those units would be deemed to not really work on so for Legends, obviously they would all kind of fit under the powerful opponent category or tag, but obviously we don't have that tag here on Dokkan. So a significant boss, I guess, would be kind of the thing, like a terrifying conqueror, a movie boss, a time traveler, all that kind of fun stuff, right? That's kind of the idea that I'm getting from this, right? So we have some different options, I guess you could say, but I think what we're going to try and do is stay within the bounds of they fight a powerful opponent, they have joined forces, they're from a movie and stuff like that. And the first thing that's going to come up, wow, we're 5 minutes in, let's go ahead and get into the predictions, right? The first one that I have on the list is the Gammas. Now, you guys have probably heard this all over your YouTube feed, your Twitter, the sub box, all that fun stuff. This is probably one of the most likely picks, I'd say, for this Tanabata, solely for the fact that we have kind of reached the point where Legends got them for their anniversary, and the hype is there, and these, aside from not being Saiyans, these guys fit the bill pretty well. We have a joined forces unit, we have movie heroes, superhero, they're going up against the enemy from the movie being Piccolo and Gohan, so the opponents that they face don't really work, but then you could also argue that this would be the moment when they fight Cell Max. So Cell Max would kind of be the powerful opponent, the movie boss that they would particularly be fighting. So I think that the Gammas are a really solid pick. Would be an amazingly hype LR, especially revisiting superheroes so soon, because usually it's like a year in between at least, and this time it didn't happen. So I think that this isn't bad. I would like to see this. The Gammas would probably not be my first, like my personal pick, but I do think that this is one of those ones that is maybe not a safe pick, but a very possible outcome, right? I think that there's a lot of people talking about this unit, and I could definitely see it happening. So now let's go to my Homer pick. One that I want really bad because I am a slurper for this character, and it is probably my favorite form in Dragon Ball, that being Ultra Instinct Goku. The GIF is a little bit lower quality, but that's okay. You guys will get the point. UI Goku that maybe transforms, one that maybe like it's like the he's coming Goku for lack of a better term. Beerus, like it's like where do you think he is? And Beerus says like he's coming and all that. The one that fights Jiren would kind of fit the bill of a pure Saiyan fighting a powerful opponent. Maybe they find a way to squeak in a joined forces unit or something like that, but I don't think that would be the case for this Goku. I think it would just be straight up one that comes from the fight with Jiren. Really a fight that broke the internet, Goku vs. Jiren, especially the first one. Like, aside from like the last episode of it being that way, I think that is a really good pick, right? Because this is one of those units that probably is more slated for an anniversary or a worldwide download celebration, but I suppose that 2023 has all been about breaking the mold for Dokkan, right? We think about the Dokkan Fest that we've gotten this year with, your what's it called? Your Super 17s. We were talking about the LRs where we have like Part 2 Bulma, and then we get another Goku from the Turles movie. We get Dokkan Fest Turles. I think this would really fit into another like pattern breaker where it's like, oh, it's like everyone's saying, oh, it's got to be joined forces because it's always been joined forces. But who's to say that they don't switch it up, right? Omatsu trolled when he said that this was a characters that we haven't seen before for Annie. Everyone was talking about Gohan and Cell. We got Goku and Vegeta. So, you never know with this stuff, but I think that would be a really fun idea. So, coming up on the third pick that I have, we have Gotenks. So, this one's kind of been a bit of a meme. The Gotenks for Tanabata, everyone's freaking out about it because of LR Super Boo that came out a few months ago. I think this one would be really cool because we could do we can't do Gotenks and Piccolo because we just got that for anniversary, but maybe it's like some form of Gotenks and Gohan, like a what if, and the powerful opponent that they face is Super Boo and stuff like that. Maybe we get we definitely wouldn't get a Part 2 LR Super Boo. I guess that is something that you also have to consider, right? So like with the Gammas, Part 2 LR would be like maybe a Cell Max. Maybe they take the Legends playbook and they do like a Magenta with Cell Max, or like Magenta and Dr. Hito or something like that. They could go with something. They could go that route, but who is to say? But I think Gotenks would be like memes aside, I think would be a really good pick. LR Gotenks was on that legendary election poll that we have seen, and I think that this overall would be a really good unit for Tanabata as it kind of fits that niche. Doing joined forces for this guy would be tough, but I suppose it is possible. So quickly just rounding up with Gotenks, and let's move on to the last pick. Now, this picture might be confusing when you look at it from a glance, but I think if you want to go with the joined forces from like a movie against a powerful opponent, what better way than to do the Z Fighters versus Harudegarn? Now, the thing with this one is it cannot be named Super Saiyan Goku like the one from the Hachiyak movie. It's got to be like Goku and Z Fighters, or it's got to be like Goku, Gohan, Goten. It could be Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, Trunks, Goten, or something like that, or Goku, Gohan, Gotenks, Goku, Vegeta, Gotenks. Just kind of spitting out a bunch of possibilities, right? Maybe like Goku and Tapion from that movie. That way we get like the Dragon Fist as part of it. I think that could be a really fun pick because we haven't seen really much representation for the Harudegarn movie in much forms at all, right? Like the last one that I could think of is LR Tapion and Minosha off the top of my head. But we have like a lot of stuff from that movie that really could be cool. Like obviously the Big Daddy Dragon Fist is like the #1 thing that you guys would be thinking about. And I would have to say that I agree that is probably the what we'd expect. Like maybe it could be like a standby skill. Yeah, that's a good idea now that I think about it. Like imagine it's like Tapion like stalling for Goku to do the Dragon Fist or whatever, and then like that's the standby mechanic, and then the unit that comes out is you know, when after the standby the gauge is filled up, it would be this Goku doing the Dragon Fist. That would be sick. Now that I think about it, that would probably be like my favorite pick of this bunch, aside from UI Goku. I would really like that. So, Tanabata predictions. Just wanted to quickly go over some of the units that we've seen with Tanabata, and then throw in my ring in the hat, or my hat in the ring of, you know, what I potentially think that it could be. So, let me know down below what you guys think. What are you expecting for Tanabata? And if you did enjoy today's video, the Dokkan man looks at Dokkan Wiki and talks for a little bit genre of content, don't forget to leave a like if you did enjoy that. Subscribe if you are new here, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any of my Dokkan Battle content. Thank you guys for watching. My name's Abilify. It's been a pleasure hosting for you, and I'll catch you guys next time.